On March 13th, 2001, a football player's heart stopped beating. Not felt dizzy, stopped. For almost 7 minutes on a training pitch in Copenhagen, he was clinically dead. His wife was 23, with 2 small children at home. Within hours, she wasn't preparing for a hospital visit, she was preparing for a funeral. That man didn't die. 25 years later, he stood on the sideline as Norway's head coach at the World Cup, the country's first appearance in almost 3 decades. This is the story of Ståle Solbakken. Born in the small Norwegian town of Kongsvinger in 1968, Solbakken worked his way up the hard way. Years in the lower leagues, a move to HamKam, then Lillestrøm, then a spell in England with Wimbledon that never quite clicked. In Denmark, though, everything came together. He captained Aalborg to a league title, was named Danish Player of the Year, and represented Norway at the 1998 World Cup. By 2000, at 32, he was one of Scandinavia's most respected midfielders. Then he signed for FC Copenhagen. March 13th, 2001. An ordinary training session. Solbakken collapsed. The club doctor reached him instantly and found his heart had completely stopped. He began cardiac massage while someone called an ambulance, telling them it was critical. By the time paramedics arrived, there was still no pulse. Solbakken was pronounced clinically dead at the scene. He was revived in the ambulance nearly 7 minutes after his heart first stopped, then spent over a day in a coma while his family waited. Not knowing if he'd wake up, he survived. Doctors found a congenital heart defect that had gone undetected through his entire career. A pacemaker was fitted. At 33, his playing days were over. For most athletes, that's where the story ends. Solbakken couldn't play anymore, so he coached instead. In 2002, he took over his old club HamKam in Norway's second tier, and won them promotion so dramatically that the Norwegian press nicknamed him Ståle Salvator, the Savior. By 2005, Copenhagen, the very club where his heart had stopped, brought him back as manager. Across 2 spells there, he won 8 Danish league titles and became, by expert vote, the most successful manager in Superliga history. In between, tougher spells at Köln and Wolverhampton reminded him success was never guaranteed. He rebuilt anyway. In December 2020, Solbakken took over Norway, a team packed with generational talent in Erling Haaland and Martin Ødegaard, but no results to show for it. It took time. 2 painful near misses followed, missing both the 2022 World Cup and Euro 2024. Then it clicked. In 2026 World Cup qualifying, Norway beat 4-time champions Italy twice, finished top of their group, and qualified for the World Cup for the first time since Solbakken himself played there in 1998. At the tournament, Norway shocked the world, defeating Ivory Coast and then 5-time champions Brazil, with Haaland in tears on the pitch. After one of those big wins, cameras caught Solbakken embracing his wife in the stands. It looked like an ordinary celebration, but this was the same woman who 25 years earlier had waited by a hospital bed with 2 toddlers at home. That hug wasn't about a football result. It was about 25 years that were never supposed to happen at all. The man who was clinically dead for 7 minutes in 2001 is the reason Norwegian football looks the way it does today. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more football stories that go beyond the scoreline.